Hey everyone, welcome back to another cast of the Rise of the Witch King, patch 2.02 version 7. I am your caster Farron, as I always has been, and today we'll be looking at the final game in the September 2018 Stonewain Valley 2 vs 2 tournaments opening round. That is right, what happened was, it was actually game 2 that we looked at yesterday, so that means that Haku and JuNkiE won their first game, so the winner of this game will move on to the semifinals, which we will begin looking at actually tomorrow. So starting in here in the far west position, the back corner, is going to be JuNkiE spawning in as the royal green Angmar. His ally, when he's porting, is going to be spawning in, it's going to be Haku as his pink as he always is. He's going to be spawning in as Men of the West. Their opponents on the other side of the canyon is going to be in the front position. Isengard as S.S.B. Is going to be the green Isengard. And his ally in the back support player is going to be MattysMirks and his Elves as the yellow. And as you saw there, S.S.B. did get... this is a 4K game, so this is going to be MattysMirks or S.S.B. excuse me, getting out alerts right off the bat. You saw that Haku did get out 2 heroes. He got the Boromir and Theoden 2.02 duo for Men of the West. You have Hwaldar and Morgmer now out, as well as you did see JuNkiE go for Flames of Darkness, which does give him that 10% discount on the cost of the heroes as well as the revival time. So he will get those out faster when he's revived them, as well as get them cheaper. Barracks coming up for Haku there. He's going to go and look to take that center signal fire there. And you see Legolas now coming up from MattysMirks. He is a popular favorite. I've only seen Haldir come out once, but I did see Legolas more than once, as well as Elrond more than once, if I'm not mistaken. Boromir and Theoden will work on this cave troll. Boromir taking the brunt of the damage. And I believe they both will go up to level 2. Hwaldar, Morgmer, and some Rudar Spearmen will work down their troll lair there. Lurtz will now take out. He did take out his cave troll from afar and will now whack away at that troll lair. Legolas has taken out his troll, but he's not going to focus on actually taking him out the lair. He's going to try and take out the Fire Drake very fast from afar. Maybe looking to steal the outpost without taking out the Fire Drake lair. You do have, however, a lot of pikes coming out for S.S.B. here as he's going heavy on the pikes. Maybe he doesn't want to have to worry about any sort of cap start, but actually none of his opponents have gone for that, and it's just going to be a bunch of swords and spears and axes to fight off his pikes. Legolas he's able to actually shoot through the lair there, and he's going to take out the Fire Drake. S.S.B. beaconing, showing his ally that actually he is about to get doubled kind of hard here. He's got so the Hwaldar does up to level 2, I believe, at which level he has the Heelman leadership. Maybe it does is level 1 if he gets it. And all nearby Rudar, Axor, Spearman, and Hillman will get leadership there. It looks like there is an Elven Barracks in the field. I did not see 2 of them for MattysMirks. He has Mithlons and Lorien Archers out. Boromir level 2 for Haku. He's going to throw down the Horn of Gondor, stun all these troops. It appears that they're still going to be chancing there while they're kind of stunned. Lurtz in the back trying to kind of pick off some units there. I don't know if he's targeting down the heroes. He might want to do that actually. Theoden up to level 3 now. At level 4 he will get that grant leadership or grant experience ability there. MattysMirks, as you saw, that was kind of strange there, as moving around with the arrow key as well as the hand, it starts glitching out. MattysMirks did take out the Fire Drake, but he will not take the outpost, take out either of the layers. And actually, there he is finally taking out the layers, but with his Mithlon instead of Legolas. So Legolas will not be getting the levels off of them. He is, however, up to level 2. This attack from Haku and JuNkiE are going to get thwarted, as Lurtz is now to level 3. He has activated the Carnage ability. He's trying to chase him down, but might want to be careful before he goes balls deep again, as he is well known by anyone who has played this game for just going as far as he can into the enemy lines when he's in aggressive stance. You got the single fire did get captured by Haku. It still is held. Boromir is almost up to level 4 actually, and Theoden did not manage to make level 4 there. This Fire Drake will probably soon spawn back in. Might want to go and take the outpost. Actually, he did get taken the outpost before the Fire Drake could die. Or respawn actually. Fire Drake going to start working down Hwaldar here for the southern side. Axor's in back trying to help, as well as Morgmer. But these spears will get completely burned to a crisp, and actually the axe throwers are going to get targeted down instead of the heroes, and he's going to lose a bunch of those axe throwers. There is an experience ability went down. I think it might have been Legolas's. Actually, there is actually, you saw there's a level 2 Urk pit up there for S.S.B, as he is now spamming the Berserkers, which are very powerful. They can tank actually a lot of damage, and they do high damage, as well as I believe splash damage. Haku has gone up to level 2 barracks, as well as gone for stables, so he has tower guards as well as Godnor Knights in the field. S.S.B does not appear to have any production structures in the back here. He only has these 3 he's put up on the ramp, in front of the ramp right here. Both of these Halls of King's men are level, well, one is level 1 and one just went to level 3 actually, so he's going for the Rangers, fast Rangers there. There's a large force of the Rudar's, force of Rudar men there. Got a lot of axes and spears there. With Hawaldar with his leadership for those does give a nice buff to them. MattysMirks does take the single fire in the middle. That fire drake has spawned in and is now protecting the outpost there, but here comes Haku in the back with Theoden, I think. Yes, Theoden as well as 2 Godnor Knights behind. He's going to start harassing in the back there. And here comes MattysMirks now going to protect, actually sending his whole army to deal with this. I'm not sure if the wisest move, as a couple of pikes protected by archers, maybe a Legolas could be enough, but that's going to be 2 pikes and 4 archers. 5 archers actually going to deal with that. That fire drake did get taken out by JuNkiE there, but MattysMirks actually managed to capture the flag. I don't know what happened there. But here comes JuNkiE with a large force, some Dark Rangers down the back. Does he have the banner carriers, which allow him to have that long shot, but he is purchasing that at the moment. It looks like Boromir is now, or actually no, he's not up to level 4. It's level 5 that he gains leadership. I saw leadership, I didn't realize that it was from the banners that I've now purchased on his fort, which allows him to get heroes at 10% discount, as well as 10% the time. 10% less time. That harassment from Haku is going to take out a Mallow tree over here, an Mallow tree over here, but it's not going to succeed for very long, as now he's at a retreat with only Theoden barely alive making it out of there. That's kind of actually a big blow. And you did see there is a siege works now up for S.S.B. He's gone to level 2 and is getting the ballista spam. As you've seen, he is very popular for doing it, or very well known for doing that in the Stonewain Canyon tournament here. He had what, 10 ballistas last game? That's like a huge surplus of ballistas there. You got 5 Berserkers in that group right there, and actually I think that S.S.B might want to get some Deathbringers in there, as with the Berserkers and the Pikes in there, he can easily tank some damage with the Deathbringers and get them leveled up to get their Deathwitch ability. There goes JuNkiE once again, clumping his huge army right there, and the Ballista does some serious damage when it's clumped there. As you can see, all those bodies sinking into the ground. Haku did take the single fire in the middle, but MattysMirks is now moving in to take it back. MattysMirks once again does the very interesting strategy where he takes out the fire drake, but leaves the lair and takes the outpost. So the fire drake will now be protecting that, as Haku will have to dedicate a lot of time and effort to take out the fire drake so he can safely take the outpost there. It looks like MattysMirks and S.S.B are going to corner the army of JuNkiE here. Haku coming in to defend a little bit, but actually there goes the auto volley, and then the long shot, the wombo combo takes out a lot of those archers. But not enough there. There's still plenty in the line there. Boromir throws his horn, the hawk shot goes off. Here comes the cavalry though in the back. You're trying to take out all these archers, as the pikes are all dead now. There is no pikes in this level 4 battalion of Lorien archers. I think is going to go down here. It looks like Glorfindel probably, yes, Glorfindel is moving quite fast in the field, is now out for S.S.B, as well as another ballista. But here comes S.S.B now pushing up and taking out the level 3 Hall of the King's men actually. All those Berserkers doing a lot of work right there. The ballista, not sure, oh, it's up by the outpost there, is going to turn down a farm. JuNkiE has to fall back, as he's not able to really combat this at the moment. He doesn't have any melee in the area. And just as you saw, did take the outpost there. Theoden now having a retreat with his cavalry units there. They did take out most of MattysMirks' army there, but he's not really got enough left there to really help out his ally. The Berserker's actually looking to get in the back and maybe do some eco damage to all these farms that need to stay alive so they can get to level 2 and level 3. Some of them are already level 2. JuNkiE did manage to take out the single fire though, so I think S.S.B needs to invest in maybe taking that out. Sorry if it seems like I'm really moving the screen around a lot. I'm trying to start using the arrow keys instead of just the edge of the screen here. And actually, these Berserkers are going to take down. There is actually, I did not see a marketplace up for Haku, and that's going to be a level 2 farm, I think, that with the marketplace Grand Harvest ability, going to be taken out. And actually, this Berserker level 3 is in the right position. He's able to take all these archers potentially. Wants to focus on these Athelians before they can do some damage here. Lurch now up to level 3. I think he might want to target this marketplace down, but he's going to actually retreat there with all these heavy hitters. Now splitting one off. I don't know if he wants to do that. Actually, Haku walking right past. And Boromir almost up to level 4. Still at level 5. He needs to get to that leadership ability so he can have leadership on the field of battle away from his home here. The cavalry, it looks like, did do some more harass or something of the ilk there. And they will have to fall home and retreat and heal at the well. Glorfindel, up to level 3, did use his Blade of Purity. He's healing now. He's going to be taking this outpost away from JuNkiE here as he thinks that his opponent has had it for way too long. And JuNkiE is about to lose a single fire. He does lose a single fire. So now MattysMirks is looking to hold all 3 of the capital structures here. That is not something that the Western team wants to let happen here. Actually, they're kind of all clumped here. And if there was to be an AoE attack right there, that would be the entire army of both players pretty much out. But now 4 battalions of Rohirrim out now, as well as the Theoden. I don't know if there's an Eomer in there as well. Might want to get him out and add onto this cavalry army. Haku now going to start doing some serious eco damage if S.S.B, or I mean MattysMirks, does not pull his units back. S.S.B now going for Saruman now. Still has that level 3 Berserker that was dangerously close to death with all the archers that were near him. JuNkiE now taking this Hall of the King's Man up to level 3. He needs to replace it. He actually got a level 2 as well. Building a Dark Iron Forge now. You did see, because of the Rohirrim, there's a level 2 stabler there. These cavalry now proving quite effective. They're about to sneak up to the base here. Is Theoden up to level 6 or 7? I don't know. He is at the level 5. At level 6 he will gain a Lord's Charge ability, which is very powerful. If you can sneak in a couple of battalions, enough battalions of Rohirrim, and you can activate that and just work down a fort really quickly. But actually they're going to look to maybe corner themselves. MattysMirks now blocking the way out of here, as here comes the cavalry, but all the pikes are now barring the only way out. Might want to be careful he doesn't expose that entrance there. He's really cornered in this cavalry, and this is actually a brilliant play by MattysMirks and S.S.B, placing their pikes in the right spot, completely cornering in this cavalry army. But here comes the gap that they needed, and the cavalry's going to trample through all those archers. And with all the attention focused on the cavalry, Haku and JuNkiE are going to move in and take the center of the bottom of the valley here, the basin there. And they're going to start taking, the signal fire has been taken. This outpost has remained completely MattysMirks for the entire game because he didn't take out the Fire Drake. That is a very excellent move. Once again, I want to marvel at that. That is brilliant to do. Trolls are not as dangerous, but Fire Drakes are so dangerous to deal with unless you have enough heroes or some sort of support for the heroes there. As units, you'll just burn to a crisp the second they see it, or the second the Fire Drake targets them down. Actually, Gollum, I think, is about to be seen, and he's going to get targeted down there really quickly. Actually, JuNkiE pulling back, not going to engage, but he actually does have some pikes chasing Gollum out. And I think he wants to chase him away from the base here, but here comes the Deathbringer, is actually now on the field, level 3 Uruk pit there. MattysMirks now pushing down the middle on Haku. It looks like Gollum is gonna stay alive here. He's not gonna die yet. He does get a low health though, and actually MattysMirks pushing maybe to cut him off. That could be interesting there if he cuts him off. Haku retreating actually with MattysMirks' army pushing in the middle. MattysMirks not going for any mercs actually that I've seen. He still has the level 1 barracks there. I might want to go for that, as mercs are the most superior elite, the strongest elite archer unit in the game. It looks like Lurch did work that unit down, and S.S.B might be picking it up with his ballista and need to be careful if he brings it in the battle, as he will have to lose that ballista to get the ring secured at home now. You do have the Trollstone throwers now, as you saw from the Dark Iron Forge. It has gone up to level 2. He has not researched the Ice Shot though, and so those Trollstone throwers are not really going to do enough damage to be comparable to these siege ballistas. It looks like S.S.B did send a couple pikemen up this hill here, but the large superior force of JuNkiE will fend it off very easily, as he did commit more over to sending his troops down the side here, or down the middle of the basin here, to support the siege ballistas, and they're going to target down that Trollstone thrower very easily. Would be very juicy if he could send it in right there. Very juicy. As JuNkiE has been very bad about clumping his troops, I've seen throughout this whole tournament. It's very easy to be targeted by an AoE power, but also a ballista will just destroy that very easily. 2 Deathbringers out in the field, as well as that level 3 Berserker has remained in the field, I think, all game. It's very impressive unit retention right there. Saruman is not yet up to level 2 where he gets the Fireball ability, but he did, I think, probably use the Wizard Blast ability. It looks like S.S.B was trying to work down the outpost here, knock it down because he didn't think he could take it, but it will remain up and will remain still have I been saying that that was JuNkiE's this whole time? It is actually S.S.B's because it's Isengard. I am sorry about that. That was a little bit of a blunder by me. You're seeing right here, not the best play by the ballistas here from S.S.B. He needs to micro this when it's being fired upon. Unless it's firing its ballista, he needs to not have an aggressive, he needs to have it in defensive so it'll take as much damage as possible. All these pikemen, war chanted, they're going to try and work down. There is a Horn of Gondor going down from Boromir. Lurch and Tomato Mode is going to help take it down. There is going to be one of these, the Berserker and Saruman take down one of the Hulking Den. It is a level 1 Hulking Den though. Those Deathbringers now doing high damage, and this level 3 Hulking Den I think will go down, as well as a level 2, so that will be all of his production there. Fireball, Saruman did go up to level 2, he uses his Fireball on the Affiliate Rangers there. Almost a level 3 there. At level 4 he will get the Speech Craft ability, which will gain more experience. Boromir trying to target him down, but he has plenty of troops to fall back behind, and I don't know if this level 3 the level 3 Hulking Den will go down actually, as those pikemen are kind of blundering and they're not really dealing with what they need to deal with. But here comes the pincer move by JuNkiE. He did pin Saruman and Lurch there, as well as a level 4 Berserker. Pin them in behind his units as they try to retreat, and they will target down both those heroes as well as the Berserker. And now the ring is up here in the middle. It is exposed. The one Berserker or one Deathbringer does manage to get away, but I think he has slower move speed than these Affiliate Rangers and should be able to keep up with him. And actually, no, they are going to retreat back. So it looks like S.S.B will be able to get his will be able to get the ring back. Glorious Charge now going on these cavalry from and actually it looks like Glorious Charge now going down on these Rahirim in the back by Haku. They have gotten an upgrade. It would seem that Haku has gone for upgrades. It did. He has a level 3 Forge Works here. He has Forge Blades and Heavy Armor on them. So they are going to work on that level 2 Siege Work. I think they're going to get it down with Theoden still in the area. Just there's no way they can MattysMirks can take out all these units fast enough. Theoden I think did level up there. I don't know where he is though. Perhaps he was a different hero that leveled up there. The Siege Work does go down. Theoden now to level 7 from all that. But he needs to be careful. He could lose all of this. And actually I think he will pretty much lose everything he has here. Just take out the Siege Works. Now a Wither Tower, as you can see. Yeah, I don't know where it was used. It was used quite recently actually. I want to know where it was used. But you did see I think it might have been right over there actually, as JuNkiE did take it, but it's been knocked down. There is a black spot and a burn spot and some fire burning as well. As you did see, I did not mention earlier, JuNkiE has gone for Karsh. I'm not sure of his effectiveness in this matchup. He might be very powerful if he gets up to higher level at taking out these heroes, but at the moment he is not the most effective. Or excuse me, I had a burp there, and I don't have a mute button with this new mic anymore, so you might have heard that one. But he does not have the ability at the moment. He might be able to take out these heroes with his, I forget what the power is. It is his Whisper of Death ability. It inflicts massive damage. Basically, this happens to you, you can kiss your heroes goodnight. Unless you have a heal on standby, as a heal will cancel out the poison damage, but the poison damage will destroy that hero in seconds. If I'm not mistaken, it is Pan's damage. It might just be a massive amount of just single damage entirely. There's a Wildman Summon going down on the Siege Ballistas and the Deathbringers there, as well as the Hillman Summon, and they're going to work that entirely down. There is a Ballista in default position of battle stance, but not in hold ground stance. You need to be also, he targeted down the wrong Bane Time. You want to target out this nice juicy clump right over there. However, a Watcher now going down on the army of Haku there, and he is going to lose most of his Rangers there. And actually Theoden is, well, he is high health. I thought it might have been low health still from that attack earlier. Lurch now back in the field for MattysMirks. And actually we haven't done much of it. There is a giant eagle in the field. I did not mention that, but we saw it. Legolas taking high damage. He is gonna, however, he is pinned, but he's gonna use that rain of arrow wind there. Actually gonna take out all those Dark Rangers and gonna be saved, I think. And actually the Wild are gonna fall there. And that pushback from that attack there was massive there. It looked like for a second there Haku and JuNkiE had a chance at wiping out the opponent's armies and heroes and pushing into their bases. But I think what really saved it was Legolas' arrow wind and all the Dark Rangers there. Well, we got a chance to take a look at those powers. I have not done it all game so far. 21 minutes. It looks like Haku has gone for rebuild a 5, heal a 5, and Tomahawk build a 10, which I have not seen on the field yet. He has 4 power points, 300 resources, and 379 out of 645. So he can support a larger army, but not really afford it at the moment. S.S.B, meanwhile, his front opponent, as well as you can see Elrond now on the field, as we just saw there. S.S.B now has War Chant, Vision of Palantir, Industry, and Watcher, so he has 2 5, 10, and a 15. 1 power point, 15,100 resources, and 393 out of 825. As you just saw, heard, there is Deathbringers, more Deathbringers in the field, as well as Saruman there. Now engagement over here. My mouse is kind of glitching around. I'm not really sure what's going on here. A lot of Black Numenor is going to work down all these pikes and Deathbringers as well. But without any Dark Rangers anymore in the field, or Black Numenorians, I think I'm going to call them Deathbringers, or Dark Rangers, excuse me. The Eagle will, however, work them down quite easily. Heavy armor going on this single Mythalon battalion. I might want to cancel that, as that is not going to be able to be enough. Thrander and Leg is now on the front line and trying to take out all these units, but kind of overextended. Might want to draw them back as soon as possible. But there is Saruman alerts as well there. Saruman now still has the fireball. He can use that on all those rangers if they clump up. And he will do that. They didn't clump as much as I would like to see. As we did see, we already went there. Now, the back player for the Western team has gone for War Chant, Whirlwind, 2 5s, and then summoned Gundabad Orcs, a 10 power point. Hwaldar is back on the field for him, as you could see there, or hear there. Thranduil on the field, as we might not have mentioned it, but I've been seeing it for a while. He still has now his Deadeye, which gives him a high increase to all of his stats except for his armor, as well as the Wild Walk, which allows him to stealth while moving, and his Move Unseen, which becomes him all nearby allies become stealth. Morgan actually coming back. I did not see him go down. He might have died there though to the Airwind. 15 power points now for JuNkiE. And actually MattysMirks has almost all of his powers back from cooldown. He has Farsight, Heal, and Rally Call, all 5. A 10, which is a Shrouding Mist. And then summon Eagle Allies. He has 700 resources and 482 out of 965. So we can kind of afford a large army as well as support it. You saw the Wizard Blast there from Saruman. Saruman now from level 4, doesn't have the speed trap ability. Hwaldar will be pinned, but then he was summoning all those Rudar Spearmen to help defend him. Here comes the Glorious Charged Rohirrim once again retreating. It looks like actually they didn't manage to do much damage here. They don't think they touched a single farm actually, as MattysMirks completely countered that. The Deathbringer Battalion now to level 2. Might want to be careful with that S.S.B, as if he can get to level 3, they'll regen and heal. They are working down units at an alarming pace, but they're now being targeted by the Dark Rangers and need to retreat before they get taken out. Here comes Saruman back in, got another fireball ready to go. Might want to carry these Dark Rangers right here. They're all clumped up, and actually some Black Numenorians in the way there as well. It looks like actually S.S.B has some pikes right here by the cavalry here, but with all the buffs on them, I think they might be able to survive, as well as the well. It looks like Saruman did manage to have to retreat there. I don't think he even used his fireball ability. Someone did get turned into a white by Morgmer there. I'm not sure who it was. It might have been Lurtz actually. So I do not see that other hero but indication on the field. And actually, all of those cavalry going to work down by it looks like a massive lightning strike. Is that a strike over there, 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 and there? That's an incredible range for that lightning strike. I thought it was only as big as about this big right there. It takes out a lot of that cavalry as well as the Rangers. A summon going down by the Gundabad Orcs by JuNkiE here. They try here comes MattysMirks trying to take out the market, which is taking on the level 3 farm. He wants that marketplace as well as the level 2 range there. But there is a blight there as well as the damage from the Gundabad Orcs, and all of that damage is going to stop them tearing them all into whites before they can take out the range there. However, there is a little bit of a push from S.S.B here. Might want to get some upgrades on his troops as they're just dying so fast to all of his opponent's troops, especially the Dark Rangers there. Needs to also utilize his stances, needs to get his Urukai in that shield wall formation and add that battle stance ability. I mean, be in hold ground stance. Saruman upgrading or leveling up his troops. Needs to use his Wizard Blast right here. That'd be so effective. Using the Fireball on all of those Dark Rangers. But there is the Morgul Blade by Mortimer there. Morgamir, excuse me, I've been saying it wrong this whole time. Someone mentioned that to me. Wizard Blast from Saruman. He is pinned by that Morgul Blade. But he's going to take some poison damage. He's now up to level 6. He has the Lightning Strike, or the Thunderbolt actually. Wolfendel now up to level 5. At level 6 he will gain Wind Rider, to be very useful, I believe, when he is on his mounted, on his horse. Now you want to see most heroes on the horses simply because they're so dangerous with all the pikes in the field. Saruman have to retreat. He's up to level 6, but he's so low health. Lurch back in the field. Level 7 he does have leadership as well as that critical. At level 8 he will get the pillage ability. Thranduil now activating his Deadeye ability to start working down all these units. Might want to target the heroes or don't even target Theoden right there and take him out. Get rid of all his leadership here. Elrond now up to level 3 has used his Athlas as well as his Farsight recently. At level 5 he will get Restoration. And actually his level 2 Hulk King's Bend is almost going to go down here, these upgraded Mithlons. But the Snowblind is going to go down on it from JuNkiE there. Until he did purchase that. A level 2 Troll and Wolf then there. There's a lot of action going on right here in the front of Haku and JuNkiE's base here. Not really room to stop and breathe. After that, Eagle is going to get killed by those Ivalian Rangers, as it did stop there and not retreat any further. It looks like he does use his move unseen. Thranduil does at level 7. At level 10, he will get Thorn of Vengeance, which when doubled with Deadeye, he can basically deal extremely high damage. I would think would rival that Whisper of Death ability from Karsh there. I'm not actually sure where Karsh is, as I have not seen him on the field in a long time. Haku clumping all his cavalry. Saruman uses a good fireball there, takes out a lot of them. But he needs to be careful as that Saruman is low health there. But here comes MattysMirks now with the upgrade Mithlon. He's going to start working on the fort. That rebuild was roots recently on the Hulk King's Men, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe I am mistaken. And that fort is going to be taking high damage. There's the summon by Haku. The Baton Bombadil is finally making his way in the field. A little bit late, if you ask me. After some Berserkers in there as well. And actually, I just heard a Dragon Strike coming on the way. It's going to take out, I would expect, this area right over here. It would be it's a juicy spot, and he will take it out. The level 3 farm, the level 2 barrack, and the level 3 Dark Iron Forge. That fort is going to take it out. And I think with these two buildings, Haku will be out of the game. But it's already over mentally as he got out of the fort, as well as a lot of his high-level farms. He's almost about to lose his troops, or his production buildings. He doesn't really have much in the way of troops in the field, and there's a lot of Berserkers here. So many Berserkers, and actually Haku will quit out there, and I think JuNkiE did quit it before him, so they will both be defeated, and it looks like that the winners of that final bracket that we will be able to cast of the opening round are going to move on to the semifinals. Now, the fourth bracket, if I didn't remember, I did mention it earlier on. I'm saying I'm the lot there. The first bracket there, Excelsior and I think Belenos, or some might know him as Pink Unicorn or Maxwell. They did get a bye there because their opponents did not manage to play, so they will be moving on to that semifinal as well. So if I'm not mistaken, it will be Arundel and Brabox. I'm trying to remember the team. It's been so long. Arundel and Brabox versus Excelsior and Belenos there. And in the second bracket of the semifinals, it will be MattysMirks and S.S.B versus, if I can't remember the teams, I think it was Solus and Brabox, so I can't remember who Arundel was teamed up with. Yeah, I don't know. It's been too long, man. I'll have to look at that. And anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this cast. Pardon my rambling here at the end, trying to remember everything off the top of my head. Once again, remind y'all that we have the Halloween party coming up. It's going to be the Friday 26th. If you want to learn more about it, click on a link in the description below underneath Join Our Halloween Party. Tomorrow we will be starting the semifinals, so I very much look forward to that. I cannot wait to begin seeing the second to final round here. I cannot wait to see the final. the Stonewain tournament has been so amazing to see all these games. I love watching Stonewain and Nandus and Stonewain Canyons. The most enjoyable part of casting or watching replays if you ask me. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you do, please remember to leave a like. I know I always don't really appreciate it when other YouTubers do it, but I understand now, as you know, it's kind of a little. I'm not gonna say that I'm begging you guys, but when my cast don't really get that much attention, I'm like, it kind of is a little demoralizing. So it's like, it really motivates me to push out more content and to be really enthusiastic about this. I already am so enthusiastic about it. I love it, but it really makes me happy to know that my content is being so appreciated, and really you guys liking, you guys commenting is the only way it really gets communicated to me. So I'd appreciate it if you did enjoy this, that you would do that for me. Anyway, I'm going to say it again. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see y'all tomorrow for the semifinals.